Welcome back, my fellow agents. It is I, X7, the master of martial arts, and also, coincidentally enough, the host of Zenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters. Today is Saturday, which means it's Shaolin Saturday, which I see I didn't put on the title card there, but that's all right. And we are going to be we're going to return to Chang Cheh and in his 1981 masterpiece, 1980, pardon me, Flag of Iron, aka the Spearman of Death. It's a pretty appropriate title considering some of the changes they made to the titles when they were brought over here or given an English title. It features three of the Venoms, the Venoms mob, they call them, but three of the actors who started out in the Five Deadly Venoms, which doesn't. You probably need to review that at some point in time. But before we get too much further into this, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. And if you want to see new content daily, hit the notification bell. And if you could, please watch, for 5 or 6 minutes. Really appreciate it. Really helps the algorithm. Now, having said all that, let's do some kung fu fighting. So this is a fun movie. I've watched it 3 times, and this is the most I've enjoyed it this time because they had subtitles, which really helped out. Though I did listen to the English dub, as I usually do, because it's pretty direct. These subtitles were a fan subtitle, and this is a recreation, a fan dub. So they've got subtitles here and there for various things, like the title card here for the Shaw Brothers. Anyway, we get right into it with the demonstration of the titular Flag of Iron. I do have a trailer for the Spearman of Death, but I don't believe there's any vocals in it, so there's no real reason to play it. The movie was released way back when, on August 14th, 1980. It runs 113 minutes. Apparently, it was originally released in Mandarin, but it was dubbed into many languages because they wanted these to sell them internationally. Why wouldn't you dub them for that? So we get I don't know how they did all this with the flags because it's amazing. So we go through everybody. The stars are at least credited here in Wiki as well. Let's just go over to to IMDb. Philip Kwok, Chang Cheh, Wong Li, Lu Feng, Lung Ting Chang, the only woman, Lin Shu Chun, and that's the only real names I know. But they did credit a lot of these and subtitle the credits, which is pretty cool because a lot of times they don't. The official releases don't. So our 2 heroes here are having some kind of drinking game, and they come across this gentleman who they've kidnapped the woman, and they rescue her. And there's our spearman himself, Lung Ting Chang, who has probably appeared in many, many things. White-robed rambler, or they call him in here the wanderer. But Lan Shin is the woman, and they release her, but then anyway, we'll find out. Now, the silver spear, whatever you want to, white-robed rambler, and is just watching him. He's an assassin, hired hand, gun for hire, if you will. So, but could this? I mean, people would say this is like a Western, but it predates Westerns. The time period it's set in, we don't really know. It doesn't even say. Nah. So obviously directed by Chang Cheh. So anyway, they take this gentleman over to the gambling hall, the Holy Eagle Gambling. Now, they're from the what clan are they in? I watched this. The Iron Flag clan, duh. And their mortal enemies, or enemies of a sort, are the Holy Eagle group, the Notorious Eagles, who run the brothels and the gambling halls and probably the opium dens, but we don't see those. There's the proprietor, and these guys are just betting, but they're going to chop up this guy for trafficking in humans. But they're interrupted, and as a fight breaks out, we see Liu Feng, who is the Iron Tiger. The other two are the Iron Panther and the Iron Monkey. Chao Feng. So, and they like him. They think he's a good guy. Dun dun dun. Anyway, there's the leader of the. They have these random subtitles. I don't know if that's for up there or not, but that's the leader of the gang. Who, if you know anything, he's not long for the world. Where is? Doesn't say. Okay. He's demonstrating, and then they come back and tell him what's happened. Iron Flag Clan. That's what that is up there. I don't know what the other thing is. Eagle Hall. They want to punish the Eagle Hall and eliminate them, and then they come for a visit. They invite them over. So obviously it's a trap. And the White Robe Wanderer. So not Rambler, but anyway. Ramblin. He's rambling. Rambling Man. All right. For the three of you who know Steve Martin's early material, you're laughing now. And so they're hired him to, just keep an eye on things when they go visit. And you'd think they'd have poisoned him, but they don't do that. They just surround him and are going to kill him. And the fight breaks out. There's a lot of fights in this movie. This movie's not the usual, it is a betrayal and vengeance sort of thing, but it's not like, it doesn't have the "you killed my master, prepare to die," or "I'm in a tournament and the bad guy joins and somebody has to beat him." Those are generally the two martial arts tropes that in movies that really come out. The good movies go above it, like Five Deadly Venoms isn't truly it's a martial arts movie, but it's about the characters. And this one, too, has that in it. There's some more talking to it in it. Not as much as the Five Deadly Venoms, which, is probably my favorite martial arts movie. But this one has motivations and things. The White Robe and Silver Shuttle. I don't know where they get this title because it's a spear. I don't know what the shuttle is supposed to be. Yenshu. And the fight breaks out again, but Yenshu has provided them with some spears. And they pretty much decimate. They pretty much decimate means to reduce by a tenth. So they reduce them by a good, 98%. The Eagle Hall. Well, he just watches. He doesn't have to help. Except that suddenly somebody kills the master. Well, shoots him. And then they kill their master. And they want to know who the next in line of ascendancy is. Iron Tiger shows up right before he can name him. And all of the word he says is "you," so they think it's him. But the eldest, and this is true, elder brothers in martial arts, the senior student is generally next in succession. It's very true. So none of them have a specific style. It's not like they do the Iron Tiger. Iron Monkey. We all know the Iron Monkey stories. But the police show up. They want a scapegoat. They want someone. And second brother, who is Philip Kwok, Iron Panther, leaves town to stay all the way. And the next thing we see, it's a year later. He's working as a busser or a dish. He's working in a restaurant. Not, he owes them money or something. They were supposed to send him money, but they never do. Dun dun dun. That dang Liu Feng, Iron Tiger. Something's going on. But then this guy shows up and tries to kill him, but ends up with a belly full of chopsticks and then a back full of chopsticks. So the Iron Flag Clan is well versed in martial arts. And that Lo Shin, and there is the younger brother. That would be Chang Cheh. The Iron Monkey there shows up and tells them what's going on. It says, they're starting to think that the older brother was involved. So, and they think the 10 famous assassins have been sent out to bust old Iron Panther, Brother Lo. And they've already killed one. And here's another one, the fortune teller. Here's another one, the butcher, who's played by Cam Chung, who's been in, we recognize him. He's really, I mean, he's the Sammo Hung of the Shaw brothers, really. So first we beat the blind man, who's not really blind. And then the butcher shows up and he fights him, and then he gets killed. And it's a bloody movie. I mean, it's Chang Cheh. Chang Cheh. Of course, it's a bloody movie, right? Am I right? I'm right. Silver Spear is back. He's not Silver Spear. I know he's not Silver Spear, but that's what I'm calling him. The Wanderer. And he's a wanderer. The Rambling Man. And now the Abacus Fong. Oh, nope, that's from Wing Chun. Shows up, and of course they recognize him. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 are gone. Can't be bought by gold. So he kills himself with the broken. What do you call that thing? Broken plate. Yeah, that's it. And there's 4 more, which are the other 4. So that's at 8. Seems like we're missing 2 of them, doesn't it? Oh, here's number 9, or at least number 9, who pretends to be a bumbler. Most dangerous naughty boy, because he didn't want to be punk and rude. He was just naughty. Who ends up getting killed with legs of a table. And then this guy gives them away by saying that. So now they're already there, and he wipes them all out. So laughing whilst bleeding. I don't think they did. So more esoteric weapons here. Silver Spear shows back up. Well, what is Yen Shu. So I'd like to know what other movies he's done, because he's really good, and he's got a real good camaraderie with the Sword Stained with Royal Blood. Bo Hung Feng Young. Jeez, is that it? That can't be right. No, he was active, still active in 2025. Young man, so good on him. But I thought he had really good chemistry, and he could have been he was in First Vampire in China. Brave Archer and his mate, 5 Element Ninja, Brother Lee. Just a House of Traps, which is interesting. Drunken Arts and Crippled Fist. There's a lot of these. Oh, he's in 10 Tigers of Guangdong, so we've got that on the slate. So lots of good movies, and interesting ones anyway. I thought he was really good in this, though. I mean, because he admits to the one who killed the master, and so they're going to have a fight. But he says, "Look, I was lied to. You can have your vengeance because you need to kill me, or at least try to. But let's get rid of the real killer first, then we can fight." So they agree to that. It's one of those frenemies thing where they don't want to team up, but they have to. So Master Lo goes back to the Flag Clan and wants to know why he hasn't. And now he's finding that they've absorbed the Eagle Clan. And he goes in. They try to bribe him. Look at these are tails. Those can't be. This is their money. I've never understood that. They have paper money and then actual silver and gold. And those are heavy, heavy metals. And I don't mean they're Black Sabbath. They give him a house with servants and food. And we go back to the brothel where Silver Spear likes to hang out. And then Iron Tiger says, "Nope, no, nothing. We haven't found anything. We don't know who the killer is." But they're, framing the Wanderer. So they're all drinking there, and they capture him. Tie him up in ropes, and he bleeds a lot. And then one of them confesses that made kill your master. So they've admitted it. Now he's faking that he's asleep. Another fight breaks out. You mean villain. Some of these subtitles are hilarious. This guy frees him and then gets killed right away. Iron Panther says, "Look, I may be unconscious, but these injuries are real." So, and then of course the Iron Tiger. One of the things is that he makes plans for everything. He wants to be the Batman of the Venoms, and he gets killed, and then Off they go for more fights. So, yeah, Clan Chief has incredible foresight. But they take him back to the brothel to heal him up. And he can't let that rascal get away with this. Yeah, some of the English is a little iffy. And she's in love with him, but he's like, and the Panther says, don't let him go. He's a good man, even though he's going to have a fight to kill him. But as you can see, they invade the brothel, and he's all healed. Now, they don't say how much time it's been, but, had to have liniment and all kinds of things to heal him up, as we know. And now he's like, I can only blame myself for being involved with you. Now I've got to, let's go. Off they go. More fights ensue. These guys get betrayed by the tiger, the Iron Tiger, which I really like the name. Tetsujin Tiger, it's Tiger 7. We like Tiger 7. They go and kidnap the woman so that they can use her against the Wanderer. See, they become friends whether they like it or not. So, but he says, I'm gonna clean up the clan. So, they've got her. He says he'll honor his words, and he's a big fat liar. But they let her go free. So, and he tells them, don't, this is the good part. It gives them motivation. It makes you care about these people, even though, in a Chang Cheh movie, if you get two good guys left alive at the end of the movie, you're doing pretty well. There are some. So they fight. The spear flag versus the two double spears. But they're not trying to kill each other. See? But then Iron Tiger, throws the spear right through him. Look at that. That's just, oh my gosh. I mean, so the fight begins, and the Wanderer does the very famous Chang Cheh thing of tying up his innards so they won't fall out, so he can fight more. His martial spirit takes over. It's a very strong thing in martial arts practicing, is that you don't give up when you just keep going, push yourself. I mean, be smart about it, but he's going to die, and he knows it because he got a spear thrown through his middle. That's a strong arm too. But he kills out a bunch of them, and then finally they run away, and he dies. And now it's down to the Iron Tiger and the Iron Monkey or the Iron Panther and the Iron Monkey versus the Iron Tiger. This is this movie's a long movie. It's nearly 2 hours, but it kept my attention. And, just when you're watching it, the first 2 times it was a little more difficult to follow, trying to figure out. But once you realize who the bad guys are, and here you got him doing all these insane acrobatics, and he's jumping off the ground himself. I mean, there are some trampolines in use here and there. The movie, some of the fights are a little undercranked. I mean, according to Dr. Craig Reed, the Shaw is shot at 24 frames. The fight scenes at 24 frames per second. Since they were shooting silent and dubbing everything later, it didn't matter. But 20 frames, it still looks pretty real. But these were maybe a little. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them were just a little too fast. Think Jackie Chan in the later 80s or Sammo, where it's like, I know you want to look like you're fast, but you're not really. So, and Iron Monkey had been held in reserve with one of the Wanderer's spears, and he catches the first one, but then he shoots a bunch of needles out of it, which is you can't catch because they just pierce you. Down he goes, and another great leap. And that's not even close to being the color of real blood, but this is a gory movie. I'm sure it was rated R when it was released over here, and then he dies. That is the end. They just look at their friend, their former, and what do? Do they give him a proper burial? Do they find the young woman? We don't know. We'll never know. That is our Shaolin Saturday Kung Fu movie. I was going to review It Came from Outer Space tomorrow, since Sven is airing it tonight, and I do have the Blu-ray, but chances are I'm going to do a different movie. You'll just have to find out. So, my fellow agents, I hope you've enjoyed this. I did quite enjoy the movie this time. And let's get the music queued up here so I can. What are we up to there? Oh, not too bad. And until our next assignment, just keep kung fu fighting. This is X7 signing off.